Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is Monday the 29th day of April 2013. Let's go over the results. In gold we had plus 21 ticks, in crude oil minus 2 ticks. The Russell 2000 we had plus 13 ticks, soybeans minus 7 ticks. I'm going to go through all these markets here for you in just a minute, but let's bring the spreadsheet over and we can take a look at that. I had entered all today's data in already. From the live trading room this morning. Okay, we had, it took us 6 minutes and 1 trade to make our 2 points this morning. You know, we had a bunch of guys that did their 2 points in 1 trade and they were done for the day this morning. If I were just looking for 2 points and I could stop, you know, without doing the rest of the live trading room, I would have been done for the day after 6 minutes. But as it stands, we were minus 7, as I said, in soybeans. We were plus 13 in the Russell. No natural gas trades. We were minus 2 in crude oil. We were plus 21 in gold. All right. Our total for the month of April so far is $5,132.50. We are just a little bit off of this right here. What is it? $70? Yeah, $70 off of our all-time high, and we still have tomorrow. So I need to make $70 tomorrow. No, 71. To be able to make a new all-time high. Now I'm sure that if I kept trading, there's a gold trade that just set up perfectly right now. I'm sure that if I kept trading, we would have definitely had it. I actually lost. I lost a trade in gold. I lost 8 ticks on a gold trade right toward the end of the day. That would have had me above the high. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you assume an $8 round turn commission, we're still plus $3,436.50. We took 212 trades so far in the month of April. 80 trades it took us to make our 2 points per day in all but 2 days. There were 2 days we got break even. We didn't make our 2 points. If you stopped every time you got the 2 points in the live trading room with us, if you had stopped at that point, you would be up $2,045 per contract for the month of April. All right. Now let me slide that information off, and let me tell you, if you have not taken a free trial with us, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. Sign up for the free trial. In the free trial, you get access to our live trading room for 5 business days. You get access to Dwayne and myself. You get access to, you'll be sent an email that has a video in it. A very well-crafted email that I think Bert and Leslie had put together. And it walks you through the whole thing. It walks you through downloading the charting platform from Daniel's Trading. It walks you through installing the indicator set from the indicator store. If you're a partner and you haven't installed the indicator set lately, you need to go out to the indicator store and do a reinstall. But it walks you through installing the indicators from the indicator store. It walks you through applying the indicators. And all that sort of stuff. It's really good information, and it's all there in the email you get as soon as you sign up at www.cfrn.net/apply. All right, on to the trades. Crude oil. We took a bunch of crude trades today. I'll show you the crudes. Unfortunately, we never got back up above break even on the crude. We missed a ton right in this whole move up right here. We missed a ton. I don't know what we were doing when that was happening, but we totally missed it right there. This was our losing trade on crude this morning, it looks like. Yeah, that was it. This was our very first trade on crude. We missed some on the way down right here too. All right. Now what we look for is we look for the MA1, which is this blue and red line up here on price, to cross over the green line right here on price. Once it crosses over the green line like that, then we look for an opportunity to enter with the trend. All right. There are 2 ways to enter with the trend. One is if you wait for a deep pullback down to the BBC, and then you look to enter on an up close. Now, because that's a deeper pullback, you want to make sure you have the confirmation of the cycle color down here. Step 1 is the cross. Step 2 is the pull away. Step 3 is the test of the BBC. Step 4 is divergence down here between this little green line and the cycle. You can see it better over here. But step 4 is the difference between the divergence between the green line and the cycle portion of the slingshot. And you just get in on the up close. Alright? All right, I'll try to get over there today. And you just get in on the up close. All right, once you get into there, what you should anticipate is that the green line is going to work its way up into the cycle. Whenever you have this type of divergence, look for the green line to get back up into the cycle. Okay? That's what you look for. That was our first trade. We ended up taking a break even on that trade. It did end up working out okay. It wasn't great. It was 6 or 8 ticks, but we ended up taking a break even on that trade. Our next trade over here, we had to close up above the trend line. That's the other kind of trade we have. It's the same type of thing. You look for the same bullish cross of the MA1 over the BBC. You look for the same space. You look for the same type of pullback. But if it's got so much momentum that it doesn't pull all the way back to test the BBC, well, then you draw a trend line, and you still look for divergence down here, but the cycle color doesn't need to be the same. You look for an up close above the trend line. You get long in there, which I did, and I got stopped out. Over here, we had a bearish cross, a test to the BBC with a down close. Now the color of the cycle was wrong here, so we needed a down close below the trend line. I got short below the trend line, and I took a couple ticks profit on this one. It flipped around and did the same thing over here, and you can see it moved up and up and up and up and up. Over here, it gave a bearish cross, tested the BBC, and gave a down close. The cycle was the right color, so I shorted over there and took a little bit of profit there. Unfortunately, these little bits of profit were not enough to get me back up above break even. I missed a bunch of trades, but we ended minus 2 ticks on the crude oil. Okay, not too bad, and easy to make up on these other markets. On the Russell, let's see. On the Russell 2000, we took a couple trades. What did we take? 3 trades, 4 trades, something like that. On the Russell, here's what we had. All right, our very first trade, price pulled up and gave us a down close below the trend line right here with bearish divergence in a blue cycle. So we got short on that. We ended up taking a break even here when it closed below the MA1. All right, it turned around, came up here. We missed this opportunity here to get long. We took this one, and we ended up break even on that. Then we took this one, and we took some good profit on that trade right there. The next opportunity was right up here. Now, I had a really bad entry on this, so I ended up taking a break even on it. And I'm kind of glad I did. Then the ES was in a weekly trading zone, and that's when I had drawn this box in here. The ES was at a weekly trading zone, and it started going sideways, and it just kept going. It was drawing all these other index markets sideways with it. All right. The 60 is way over here, Canoe, so I'm working my way over there. All right. Oh, I almost skipped gold. Hang on. And on gold, this is what we did this morning. On gold. Let me scroll all the way back. We had a bunch of trades on gold this morning. Okay, our first trade was right here on gold. Our very first trade, we made our 10 ticks. This is what we made the 2 points on to start out with, and then we missed the follow-up trade here where we could have made another 10. There was no divergence over here on this down close, so there was no opportunity in there. That's why you don't see it highlighted with an ellipse. But the very first trade, we had a down close below this trend line. We got short in here. We had a technical difficulty this morning at that point too. The live trading room shut off on my end, and I got back into it fast enough so that I was still in the trade over here when it dropped down and I got my 2 points. All right, and it was all recorded. It got really, well, the slingshot was out of sync with the market in here because it moved down so quickly. But when it started to move back up, there was an opportunity to get long right up in here. We had the bullish cross, right? The test of the BBC with the up close, but the cycle's the wrong color. So you need to close above the trend line. You close above the trend line, and up it goes, and up it goes again. We got long in this one right over here. We moved our stop to break even. Unfortunately, we didn't end up taking some profit on that one. We got a break even. And we got another break even here. Same thing. We drew some boxes in there. We missed some nice trades right in here. All right, but we were able to jump in on this one for 19 ticks, I think we got out of that. And then we had a losing trade right here. All right, we missed the opportunity on the way down right in here. The shorting opportunity on the way down there and there. And we finally took this one and it stopped us out. And then we took another one right over here that we ended up getting a break even on. When we got this break even, I had shown that the green line had gotten down into the cycle without putting in a lower swing. I had said we needed to get closes down below this box right here. or it was going to be bottoming, and we might see a move up. And we did see a move up, though it was short-lived. It was still a move up nonetheless. And that was pretty much the end of the morning session. All right. There were more opportunities in here on the way down, and currently it doesn't have anything. But it did have a long trade right over here. Had a long trade there, a short trade there, a long trade here, a short trade here, a short trade there, a short trade there. So in that half an hour or so that we were on a break between our sessions, there was plenty of opportunity to make money. All right, let's jump on to the NQ. I did show some trades on the NQ this morning, though I didn't take any. This box I had drawn in here was when the ES was going sideways at the weekly trading zone. All right, this was a little earlier on. There were some opportunities in there on the NQ, and I didn't take any of the trades on the NQ, but they were there. Okay, there was opportunity there. There's nothing there right at the moment. On the ES, I highlighted this one trade this morning at 86.75. At 86.75, you can see it got. Once it got up to the weekly trading zone, which are these horizontal black lines right here, the market got into this this consolidation area right here. Okay, it just broke out of that, and we have a long way to go to the next area up above us. So it's very possible that that we could keep moving up. Okay, which one is this? This is the euro. I'll get to the euro in just a second. GHG. This is copper. We took one trade on copper today. Over here. We took a short trade on copper. Once it had 4 ticks profit in it, we moved our stop to break even, and we are now break even on copper. There were some more opportunities in here, though it was really choppy. So we didn't end up following up with copper. Now on the 6E, let's go through this. If you, oops. We didn't take any trades on the 6E, so I can take all the drawing objects off. And I'll just point out some trades for you here. Okay, on the 6E when it opened up. Right here you got your bullish cross. There was double top in here, so there was no opportunity really to trade in there. You needed to get up above that and then have a pullback with some divergence. That happened right in here. Okay, this spot right in there was a spot to get long. If you missed that one, the next one was right here. Okay, on the way up to get long. Then it got pretty messy in here. There was an opportunity to short right in here that would have been a break-even trade, for me anyway. And it turned around. There was a spot right over here. It was a long opportunity. Came back down. Now this is all in the pre-market. Okay, this is all in the pre-market. Right here there was a spot to. Let's see, if we drew the trend lines down, it would have been right in there. So we would have been looking to get long. Drawing the trend lines over here, you would have had an opportunity to get short right in here, right there. Bearish divergence, the trend line would have been up like that. Over here, there was an opportunity right there and right there to get long. Those were all the opportunities on the euro. Right now, it's got bearish divergence right here. All right, and it's pulling back toward the BBC. There's your trend line. So you got to wait to see what this bar does when it closes so you can draw your trend line properly. And then you would look for either a test of the BBC or a close below that trend line, depending on what color the cycle is. Okay? If the cycle turns blue, you need a down close below the trend line. If the cycle turns, if it stays red, and it tests the BBC, then you don't need a down close below the trend line. Okay? That's the 6E. Now, we'll take a quick look at the 6B. Since you asked, we'll look at it. And I'm going to have to get rid of these drawing objects again. Here we'll start early hours again. You would have been drawing a trend line from the top down. There was really nothing you could do right in this mess right in here. Over here, there wasn't much you could do here. There might have been one entry right here, right there. All right, then it dropped through, and right here you would have had an entry on this down close right here that would have stopped you out. Okay. Right over here, you would have had an entry that would have been a break even. I'm looking at the bullish cross. Now, right in here, I probably wouldn't have done anything right here because we don't have a defined trend. We don't have lower lows. We don't have higher highs. So I probably wouldn't have done anything right in here. But right here, we tested the BBC and it gave an up close with bullish divergence. So you could have gotten long right there. Now, the way that I manage my risk is when I get 4 ticks profit in the trade or I get a close above the MA1, I would move my stop to break even. This had 4 ticks profit, so I would have gotten a break even on that. We had a bearish cross, tested the BBC, down close, bearish divergence, so there was a trade right in here. Alright, another one right in here. It dropped down pretty well there. If you missed that one, you could have done it again right there. Okay, for about 8 or 10 ticks. Bearish divergence in here. Let's see, drawing the trend line up. The entry would have actually been right there. Okay, and you would have had to endure this little bit of chop right here before it dropped. Then we didn't have any divergence anymore. So that was the 6B. There was one, I think one of those had stopped out. This one right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades with one stop out. Alright. I'm going to change that back to a 6E because that is what most of the guys in the live trading room look at when they're looking at those markets, the 6 markets. They look at the 6B, the 6B or the 6J usually, okay, which is the yen. Alright, so that's it. Again, we ended the morning plus 21 ticks on gold, minus 2 ticks on crude oil, plus 13 ticks on the Russell, minus 7 ticks on soybeans. I didn't show you soybeans. Sorry, that's what I missed. Let me show you the soybeans. Alright, here we go. On the soybeans, the day started out like this. Alright, we had a bullish cross, pull back down toward the BBC with an up close above that trend line. I got long right there. It never went in my direction at all. It stopped me out. The next opportunity was right here. We had the bearish cross, a test to the BBC with a down close on this bar with red on the cycle. This is a picture perfect trade setup right here. I should blow this up and take a screenshot of it. This is exactly what you're looking for. Okay, I missed it unfortunately. I wasn't paying attention to the soybeans, and that did exactly what you would expect. It went down to the prior swing low to the tick. Alright, then the thing turned around. This is exactly what you would be looking for in a trend entry that doesn't actually hit the BBC where you're using the trend line. You draw your trend line down, you look for your close above the trend line with bullish divergence. There it was right in there. And it got choppy in here. There was no opportunity. I tried to get long. I had a buy stop on right up above this box right here. And it never filled me in the session. If I'd have kept watching it, right here was an opportunity to get long right here on the soybeans. I had a feeling right here if it broke up above that level it was really going to move. And you can see I had my order on. My order was on at 13.93 and a quarter, I think my order was at 13.93 and a quarter. I was looking to get long, and it ran all the way up to 14.0875. So that's what, 15.5 cents. Yeah, 15.5 cents. That's the equivalent of 15.5 ES points right there. All right, that's significant. The thing turned around, came down. There was an entry right in here. This was all during the break, but there was an entry right in there, and then it turned around and moved up. There's no divergence in here to speak of, so it got pretty choppy. Right here is a possible. No, you need an up close on this bar to see if you're going to get a long entry or not. All right, and that was the soybeans. We ended down 7 ticks on soybeans because we missed those other trades. All right. That's it, guys. If you have not taken a free trial with us, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. Sign up for the free trial. If you have taken a free trial and you want to know what it takes to become a partner, or if you're on the free trial and you want to know what it takes to become a partner, if you've been on the free trial and your trial is about to expire and you want to know what it takes to become a partner, send us a quick email at support@cfrn.net. support@cfrn.net. And we'll send you off the information you need to become a partner. Just put something like partner info in the header. okay, in the subject line, and we'll send you off the information right away. All right, that's it. Again, we are about $70 away from hitting an all-time live trading room high per contract for the month. Last month we had 52.02.5. This month we're looking at, well, we're $70 away from it. We're at 51.32 right now. So I need to make $70 tomorrow per contract to be higher than that. All right, end of recording.